And that might be an issue with just men because they are not proposing to women. But I'm still going to answer your question. I'm
Okay,
not
no
trying
worries.
to
No
start
worries,
an
no worries.
argument.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Um, I mean, like I said, I already have a problem with with this concept that I think they're entitled to their opinion. However, at the same time, I just feel like things have drastically changed in the last 15 to 20 years.
Mhm.
From my perspective, what I have seen, and I don't have much experience in dating, very limited, but based on that, and I have only met, I wouldn't say dated, met mostly Asian Indian men. You know, I have never
Mhm.
even gone on a date with another ethnicity. Maybe I need to open myself to that. I just feel like it's coming more from men because they are so insecure in themselves that they
Mhm.
just tag a woman, an independent woman, a woman who's working, taking care of her family, herself. They just see what is projected as an outsider, you know. They just see that and just tag it because they themselves are insecure and tag them that
Mhm.
she may not be a wife material without actually giving it a chance.
Mhm.
Um, I will come back to that. I have more to say on it, but I don't want to take time away from Virian and Sage. So
No,
that's
no, you got time. You
Go
got time.
ahead.
We just
Go
started.
ahead.
We
Go
just started.
ahead.
Go ahead. Give me your full response.
so yeah. I mean, not just a wife. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to get married again. I was actually married twice. You can say like kind of arranged marriages both times because it was 10 and 10 out of 10 on a paper. I mean, but you don't know if somebody has a mental illness, like severe mental illness, don't want to, take any
Mm-hmm.
help, or if
Mm-hmm.
somebody is an addict, addicted to cocaine or gambling or alcoholic. So there's only like, I have like 10-year period for each person that I devoted to them with help and stuff, and then you just move on. But uh, when it comes to the wife stuff or lifelong partner, I just think like there's some basic things that should be given. Like, what do you want from your partner, wife or husband? Loyalty, honesty, communication. Now, everybody would say like, oh, I can just do the first two. That's fine. However, it's not that easy. We are so scared to open up. We are not honest to our own selves, right? And when you meet somebody new, you're scared like how this person is going to judge me. What do they want to think of me if I'm my true self?
Mhm.
Communication is the hardest that I experienced myself. Even though I just feel like the men that I've spoken to, even though they say like, oh, I'm a communicator, I wouldn't go to sleep without resolving a situation. However, when a situation arises, they do the exact opposite. And I believe like they themselves don't know that this is who they are. They read all this literature, they watch all these kind of podcasts and movies, and they think like they're learning things, and
Mhm.
that's how they portray themselves. I'm not saying that they pretend to be like that or they put a facade on. What I'm saying is like they actually believe this is who they are. And when
Mhm.
the situation arises and there's a small topic that you want to communicate, conflict arises. They see a conflict, they just see like, oh my God, there's something off here, and they run.
Mhm.
So, and if you point out to them at that point or later on, like, hey, you know what, I think, this is what I was talking about as a communicator, they would even shut down more because they feel like, okay, now there's a blame game going on or whatever. So when it comes to wife material or long-term relationship, loyalty, honesty, commitment, which is part of that, communication, right? And we do want somebody who's responsible. We want someone who's responsible. And these days, I noticed financial responsibility is a huge one. I've been in a situation, where I've been taken advantage of. So these are some of the things that you want, somebody who's caring, you have affection. And we talk about chemistry. Everybody keeps talking. This is such a cliche question, like, oh, they talk, what do you do for fun? Or, I want chemistry. But chemistry takes time to develop. When you meet somebody, what are you, the energy that's bouncing off is a physical energy, physical chemistry.
Mhm.
And based on research and psychology, it actually does take 2 to 4 months to fall in love with a person if you're seeing them on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Because in the time span of 2 to 4 months, that's when all those other small nuances, starts appearing. You
Mhm.
start getting to know somebody in another way. So if you spend 2 days with someone, 2 full days, 2 full nights, you can learn a lot about a person. and you would know if this is a person that you can do everything with, and if this is a person you can do nothing with, right? And these are the few things that you get to know. So yeah, in a nutshell, I believe like we all are capable of giving affection, given a chance, right?
Yeah.
And given a chance, like trust. We all are capable of being loyal and committed, because those are related to trust issues or our experiences, or goes back to childhood, or like if you think from psychological perspective, we are capable of that. It's just a matter of time or how much we are willing to do. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't leave any stones unturned to make a relationship work. I've done that, been there, got my t-shirt and a flag and medals. So based on my experience, that's what I would say. So I don't think like there's anybody who's unwifeable or not capable of being one. But it's just a matter of time, like how convincing you are to trust somebody, or how persuasive you are in your efforts, because we just don't want to be let down. We don't want to be disappointed. There are times that I don't open myself to people because I have fear of rejection, and I admit it. It takes me time to open up. People talk to me and they say, "You're so different on your TikTok. You're so different in your pictures." But when we meet you in person, like you're very reserved and kind of an introvert. I'm like, first of all, I have a short attention span, dude. So if you're talking for over like a minute or so, like you lost me a long time ago. If it's not interesting, I'm absent-minded too. I'm trying to process whatever you're telling me. So you need to be patient there. Number 3, I really want to know if you are the kind of person I would open myself to, because we have walls and layers around us. Some people have called it a noise. In my case, that you have a lot of noise around you. I say it's a good thing, because all these like extra fillers, outliers, they just fall through it. Not everybody has a right to get to know the real me. So based on these things, I don't think people put enough time and effort to get to know somebody. And just because they're insecure, I'm talking about, because I'm straight, so I'm just talking about a relationship between man and woman. I don't have any right to talk about, anything else.
Yeah.
Based on that, I would say the men I've come across, they might, in my age group, they might have been professionally successful. They may have been in this country for over 20 years and they think they're very westernized. However, that's one thing I found out about men, that their core values do not change. They may change their lifestyle. They may start going to gym. They may start picking up hobbies that many Western men pick, but when it comes to core values, it's really, really difficult for them to change. It's a huge process. On the contrary, women, when they change, they may not change their outside appearance as much, but their values would change in perspective, So that's what I feel like. Maybe their perspective need to change in certain ways. But on the same note, like what you said, she's not wifeable. Let me try another one, because we are living in a disposable society. It's a right swipe over left swipe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this conflict arose with her. I don't want to work on it. Let me go to next one. So these are the things that I think, like, I'm assuming why some people may have tagged some people unwifeable. But I feel it's a matter of time and effort.
But do you believe, do you believe that there are certain traits and characteristics and behaviors that can make a woman unwifeable? The same way a man can have certain characteristics and behaviors that makes him unattractive to women?
Absolutely, the diagnosed narcissistic disorder.
Yeah, so I want to hear that from you. So, what are the traits that doesn't make a woman not wifeable, and then what are the traits, according to you, that do make a woman wifeable and become a good wife?
I believe everybody is capable of being a good partner, given a chance, time, and effort, unless there are some serious issues, right? If somebody is a criminal, of course, that cannot be wifeable or husbandable or whatever, right? If there's some serious medical issues, like, narcissistic, psychopath, narcissistic, sociopath, or alcoholic, or an addict.
Yeah. I know that's more like the extreme problem. I'm just talking about like basic, sexual attraction, things that can, if you do this, like the one that both men and women, if you have bad hygiene, that may be a reason why nobody will want to be attracted to you.
But
right?
that's a habit that can be changed.
Well,
core values cannot be changed, right?
Yeah, but there are certain things that women can do, and there are certain things that men can do. Perfect example would be if a man doesn't is broke, right? As a man, and if you don't have an ambition to be financially stable, if you decide to be broke, that's a reason why a lot of women may not come your way attract towards you, and also no women wanna make a man that's a husband that's a bum, right? So that's one thing for men, but I'm more for. But the question was for the women, like what are qualities or traits? What makes a good wife according to you, and then what are the things that doesn't make a good wife? Because that's what the conversation for a lot of men is. A lot of women today are not wifey material. So basically, they're seeing traits and things in women that clearly for them that they don't want to wife up. The same way for you guys, when you see men, I'm sure when you guys see men, you see a potential. When you have the qualities and traits to look for a good husband, a good long-term man, and the men that don't show those qualities, they're like, I'm not even going. I am not giving that man no attention because he has those certain traits I don't want to. That shows that that's not good for a long-term relationship to make him a good husband. So it's the same thing for men when it comes to for wife. So, but that's the question. Like for you, like what are those? Like what makes a good wife? What is the role of a wife, or what are certain traits and behaviors that makes a good wife and doesn't make a good wife?
So in short, okay, I see what your point. In short, you're very right. Yeah, if somebody needs a lot of care, like if somebody's needy, right? I mean, those are things that you don't want to see in your partner. And if you spent enough time with them, if you give them chance, 3 months, 6 months, and you see this continues despite your support and help, definitely I don't want to be with a person like that. If somebody's not financially responsible, those are definitely the things that I wouldn't want in my partner. But I will only know those things after I spend time with them. So I think I thought like maybe we are talking about like maybe in the initial stages, you meet somebody for first time.
No, just wife, like for wife. Like, what makes a good wife according to you?
I mean, somebody who is committed to the family, somebody that you can rely upon, somebody that who's not just going to leave and go. I mean, I know like my partners, they always come back. They want to be back with me. I would like to be back with me too. If I was my own wife, I would like to be, back with me too, because you can depend upon me. I don't leave any stones unturned. I will be there for you no matter, through thick and thin. So those are some of the traits that would make a really, really good life partner, along with being responsible in taking care of yourself and financially responsible, being independent to some extent. Like, so, but that should be mutual. Like, like if I have to take time off, my partner should be able to provide, or vice versa. So definitely somebody you can go out with without making a scene. Somebody would keep a calm head through every situation and not just going to flip at every small thing. Someone who knows how to communicate when a conflict arises. So, I mean, these are some of the like small things that people usually ignore initially, but this is what holds the relationship together,
Okay. All right. No worries.
I took so long.
No, it's good. Don't worry. No worries.
That was awesome.